a foot in the way there from Modric, who for the moment at least is settling into the centre-back position.
He appeals for a back pass there, but it was just a stretch from Luka Modric, and just to get something on the ball to behind Barcelona. That was the first goal-scoring opportunity of the game.
Well, for Real Madrid tonight is a time for vengeance. They were humiliated at the Bernabeu earlier in the season. A 4-0 success, which really was the beginning of the end for the previous coach, Rafa Benitez. There goes Suarez. Pepe was, well, it appeared to be keeping him onside. The referee could only react to the advice of the flagman on this near side.
From Luis Suarez, who was very close. I thought it was onside. It's a dangerous game from Real Madrid to play that defensive line so high up the pitch. An awful lot of pressure on the player, delivering the pass into Suarez. You just know that Suarez is going to continue making that run.
Jordi Alba. Oh, well, the two assistant referees have been prominent in the opening 4 minutes of this game.
Gareth Bale making the point that he felt he was onside.
Well, the man he was keeping on his side was Alves here. Yeah. He was. So we have that. Well, more cameras than ever before covering this game tonight. Until then, there's actually an experiment in virtual reality. Terry can explain that one to you later on. There's Mascherano. Jordi Alba. Busquets. These are players who need no introduction. World Cup winners. The World Player of the Year there. Possibly two of the greatest players ever in Ronaldo and Messi, head-to-head again. Of course, Barcelona won earlier in the season when little Messi was making his comeback. He made a late appearance as a substitute. The referee is taking his time over the decisions here. He just maybe counted to 3 there before punishing Casemiro.
He just about got that one right, but he did take his time and deliberated over it. Looked at his assistant referee, didn't give him much help.
Test of the Real Madrid defence. They haven't kept a clean sheet in the last 20 games against Barcelona.
So they have the personnel here to deal with high balls into the box from Barcelona.
Neymar, Iniesta. It was a well choreographed routine.
It's worth the try, as I said, using your imagination. You would feel the high ball into the box will favour the likes of Ramos and Pepe.
Played in plenty of these games, scored a couple of goals. He served his managerial apprenticeship with the Real Madrid reserve team. And now he's in the hot seat, his Classico debut in his trench coat. Mascherano leaves it to Piqué. We had a goal in the opening 4 minutes last season. 32 seconds was the fastest ever. And it has been a sluggish start. Both sides just jabbing each other. Alves letting Cristiano Ronaldo know there's a round.
Yep, it was good closing down for Barcelona. Dani Alves might have just been a slight knock on Ronaldo. He attempted to steal the ball away.
Gareth Bale, offside again.
He was in an offside position. It's the second time he's appealing to the assistant referee. Benzema was clearly offside. Gareth Bale maybe just leaning there as the ball was delivered from Sergio Ramos. The assistant referee in the perfect line to make that decision. It's almost as if Barcelona are playing a diamond in midfield. Busquets deep, obviously. Rakitic to the right, and Iniesta to the left. The Messi at the head of that diamond. I don't think that's a coincidence. They played with an attacking midfield quartet at the Bernabeu, dominated possession.
There's Iniesta, who steals some space, threading it through to Suarez. And now that's going to ground. Luis Suarez returned to international football this week after that long ban for his misdemeanors. He was back with a goal.
Definitely see Rakitic playing slightly wider than usual, but it's an attempt from Enrique to get 4 midfield players in there against the 3 of Real Madrid.
Cristiano Ronaldo. No mistaking when he gets the ball. Can't get around now. There's and PK will just guide you down the corner.
Of course, as always against Real Madrid, an important job for Dani Alves. He's trying to deny Ronaldo the opportunity to turn and run with the ball. Two really quick players, will be a good contest.
There's a slip from Ramos. Neymar is onto it in a flash. Pepe can't get there, and Suarez! Well, maybe felt the eyes of the world were watching him there.
They are.
The first booking of the game is to Sergio Ramos, who, when chasing the referee, he felt that he'd been impeded as he went for the ball, which led to that fantastic chance for Suarez.
It's an interesting position, Suarez. He's offside by literally miles. When he gets involved in the play, that should have been the offside decision. Suarez come back from an offside position, influence the play. The build-up then continues with Neymar. Inexplicably,
Well,
Suarez misses the target.
He felt that there'd been a slight elbow from Suarez. Not unsurprisingly, a yellow card for Sergio Ramos. He's just back from a ban. I think we make it his 38th career ban, his 19th red card.
Certainly a waste of a card so early in the game, isn't it, for centre-back? Dissent with the referee.
We did go 3 games without a dismissal.
Must have thought that was a block from Dani Alves, but Barcelona again, another example, trying to win the ball back quickly. Messi was chasing back. Dani Alves certainly impedes Luka Modric there.
As Cruz cut out by Jordi Alba. There's Iniesta. Of course, the significance of that Suarez and Ramos movement was that Suarez couldn't have been offside from a goal kick off the floor. Couldn't have been at the goalkeeper's hands. Lionel Messi scored his 50th goal for Argentina this week, which means that, well, we're on the verge of another milestone. He's on 499 to next. Got taken to 500 goals in his career. 449 at the moment have been for Barcelona. Every week it seems we're rewriting the history books. Another milestone for Messi.
It's Modric with a challenge this time. Barcelona playing a little bout of short passing football in the centre circle.
Well, he had a great reputation at Tottenham Hotspur, but he was never really known as the enforcer, was he?
He's fortunate there to get away with just a warning.
Gerard Piqué was alongside Sergio Ramos, his teammate, but his nemesis as well. Two players who do like to troll each other via social media. Claudia Bravo to Mascherano. Busquets. Barcelona insistent in playing pure football out from the back. Pepe's header. Little nudge. Gareth Bale, who stayed behind to aid his recovery in the Spanish capital this week. Chris Coleman forming an understanding with the hierarchy of Real Madrid.
There's a silly nudge there from Alba. The bounce was always going to beat Gareth Bale. Going to be a throw into Barcelona.
It's been a respectful start to this game. One last. PK. Iniesta shows. Barcelona. 14 minutes gone. And of course, the supporters raising their voices in respect of the greatest number 14 ever, Johan Cruyff. There is son Jordi, who spoke on behalf of the family this week. Jordi, of course, was named after the Catalan saint, St. George, effectively. That was in a time when the name Jordi was banned in Spain under the rule of Franco. Johan Cruyff was having none of it. He stood up against the authorities. We have the 8 living presidents of the club front row tonight. They're at the Camp Nou, all paying their respects. They all had their moments where Johan Cruyff, who was never a yes man. There's Gareth Bale. Oh, sliding tackle from PK. He did well to keep his arms out of the way there. Nervous clearance from Bravo. There's Toni Kroos, been on international duty with Germany. Hasn't waiting with many goals for Real Madrid since his signing from Bayern Munich, but he scored 2 in 2 last week for his nation. Casemiro. There was a loose pass from him. Encouragement from Zinedine Zidane. I wonder if Rafa Benitez is at home watching, regretting not picking Casemiro for the previous game between these two teams. He'd been a regular in the side, he brought some ballast to the team. But James effectively got his place. James Rodriguez, who'd played only 27 minutes in the previous dozen games back then. Step over to Suarez. Spare man is Neymar. Neymar to Iniesta. Good block from the captain, Sergio Ramos. Game where you feel that something is bubbling just beneath the surface. Iniesta rides the challenges. Neymar to Messi. Carvajal to the rescue. Flick from Karim Benzema, another one that stayed at home to find his fitness. And of course he's had his issues with the French national team. There's to Iniesta. Messi. Oh, a little touch from Suarez. The referee tried to play the advantage on 2 occasions and he's had to stop the play. And the latest to see a flash of yellow before his eyes is Carvajal.
No idea why Pepe's can play. There was probably 2 yellow card offence in the space of 2 seconds here from Dani Carvajal. Referee choosing to allow the advantage for Barcelona after the first challenge on Luis Suarez. Iniesta gets there in the nick of time.
Do you know what's interesting there? That may be the one where he's booked, and then he's forgotten Iniesta as well. But he went and apologised to Iniesta. Nothing said to Luis Suarez.
International teammates, Rob. We saw Barcelona play the previous free kick short. It's an interesting range, within shooting range for either Neymar or Messi. Probably is.
It's the goalkeeper's view, which is a rather obscured one. It's Messi! It was close, it was mightily close.
I think Neves moves across the 6-yard box swiftly and probably has it covered if it is on target. Messi curls it just over the crossbar.
It's been careful rather than cavalier so far. Cristiano Ronaldo, cue the boos. Bumps into Iniesta. Busquets. Now Messi. That's what Casemiro's in there to do, to win the ball back. Picked up by Rakitic. There's a slip, Rakitic passes on to Suarez across the face of goal. Pepe, Rakitic! Oh, brilliant save. And it needed to be from Keylor Navas. He'd overrun the ball, Neymar. And the first important save of this game from the Costa Rican keeper.
Certainly creating the better chances, look more incisive when they do go forward, Barcelona. It's been sporadic attacking play from Real Madrid, but a good effort from Rakitic. An opportunity earlier in that attack to go for goal himself. Laid it out wide to his right. Then we see the collision between Ronaldo and Iniesta. Real Madrid needs some of the ball.
Alves. Jordi Alba. Busquets. Now Rakitic. Alves up against Marcelo, Brazilian fullback against Brazilian fullback. Rakitic. Gerard Piqué. You can't pin Lionel Messi down to a position, can you? It'll be interesting to see his heat map. 20 minutes have passed. A couple of yellow cards, one notable chance so far. Iniesta. Piqué. A little bit of workspace for Lionel Messi. The magic wand knocked out of his hand by Ramos. Toni Kroos. Benzema. Kroos, nobody ahead of him. A wasteful pass from the German. And Barca will build from Bravo. I always say that Real Madrid feel a little superior. Well, this season they've been suffering an inferiority complex. They haven't won against the top 14 this season. They've lost 3 and they've drawn 1. It's a little bit late as they're running out of games and points, but will this reignite their domestic season? Iniesta. Rakitic to Piqué. Messi. Busquets. Now Neymar. Suarez. Neymar. Readjusting the viewfinder. Two problems with that Zidane tactically outplayed in the midfield department. Barcelona just clicking into gear now in terms of passing through midfield. Plenty of passes in the midfield area. Now giving ample opportunity to service and supply Suarez and Neymar in particular in the attacking positions. There's Rakitic. Ramos, Marcelo, Toni Kroos. Oh, so this reading of the situation by Albert, allowing Gareth Bale a few yards to work with there. We've seen little of the so-called BBC so far. Bale, Benzema and Cristiano Ronaldo.
They will carry a threat though, Rob, because there's so few players back in defensive positions for Barcelona. So Bale, Ronaldo in particular will get opportunities to find themselves up against just one defender.
Bale going for the long throw. If he did that in a line-out as a kid back in Wales. I've not seen too many throws like that in a Classico. Bringing a bit of Britishness to the whole affair. Marcelo gives it to Suarez. Messi's alongside him. But dogged, well-organised defending so far from Real Madrid. There's Pepe. Modric. Wasteful pass from Bale. There's the trident. Messi. Neymar to the left of him. Suarez to the right of him. It was a rash challenge from Ramos. The referee considered the stadium's appeal for a penalty. Well, it should be noted there were very few from the players of Barcelona. Down on the touchline, Luis Enrique is going bonkers.
Well, Gareth Bale going for the ball away needlessly, straight away. It's 3 against 3. You'll see on the replay whether it's good defending from Sergio Ramos, whether it was a foul. It should have been a penalty. It's the situations that Dan want his team to be suffering on too many occasions, because that will result in goals for Barcelona.
Well, the handkerchiefs are out and about in disgust at the Real Madrid performance tonight. They're already out, but they have been waved at the referee. Away goes Cristiano Ronaldo. Benzema in support. Bale lurking at the far post. Ronaldo taking all comers. Boxed away. Not exactly textbook goalkeeping from Bravo. Now Carvajal crosses the halfway line for the first time. Bale down to Benzema. PK stands his ground on the left foot of Gareth Bale. Well, he's teed up just as he wanted it.
Well, signs of hope for Real Madrid. You see Messi break into the box. Ramos makes no contact with the ball. Sticks a leg out. Messi goes flying, goes into the penalty box. Looks a foul to me.
And upon reflection, maybe then any consideration was it inside or out.
Yep. That's the situation we'll have to assess next. Of course, Ramos already being booked as well.
Messi. Now Neymar. Casemiro launches himself at Lionel Messi. Alba to Neymar. Busquets. Now, when they appointed Zinedine Zidane, nobody quite knew what his coaching philosophy was going to be. The criticism of Rafa Benitez is that Real Madrid were too defensive. And here's another angle.
It's outside the box.
I can hear the Real Madrid supporters at home saying that Messi started to take flight before there was a connection. I can hear the Barcelona supporters saying that it was a stonewall penalty.
That's a foul. I think it's outside the box. It would have been a second yellow card for Sergio Ramos. Real Madrid would have been down to 10 men. Luis Suarez now in trouble. You heard the scream of Pepe as Luis Suarez tried to spin away. So Luis Suarez is going to be backing into Pepe. Sticks an arm out, brushes Pepe on the chest, and he goes down. Poleaxed.
Well, there are many great things about the Clásico, and so much we admire about Spanish football. But the unnecessary theatrics do occasionally spoil the whole spectacle.
Well, he caught Pepe, but it was across the chest, maybe on the collarbone. Ramos gets away with that because he points to the ball, and the referee bought it. It was very little, with no contact from Ramos regarding touching the ball, and Messi was taking him on.
Well, Luis Suarez will be suspended for the game in San Sebastian against Real Sociedad next week. He won't mind. But what he has to do is get through the next 62.5 minutes without getting drawn in to an unnecessary tangle with Pepe. Pepe is a Portugal international, but he's born in Brazil. The Brazilians and the Uruguayans, a little bit like the English and Scottish when it comes to footballing battles. There's PK, Busquets, Rakitic. Zidane and Real Madrid quite content to allow Barcelona to set the pace of the play to conserve energy. Casemiro. Away goes Bale. Benzema tries to catch the eye of the defenders. Ronaldo demands the ball and gets it. The referee sees Ronaldo against 4 players. Bale taken down. And it's the first caution for a defender of Barcelona in Mascherano.
Chances are racking up now for the team. Mascherano lunges in, good counter-attack again from Real Madrid. If you're under pressure at the back, you're not having a lot of possession, but when you do get the opportunity to spring and attack, it really does help when you've got the likes of Benzema, Bale and Ronaldo. It's just utterly ridiculous from Pepe there. He was struck in the face, accusing Luis Suarez of an elbow in the face. Just the centre forward backing him, raising his arms, trying to hold off a defender. Question the validity of the shooting distance for the one that Messi took on. I have no doubt this is going to be an attempt at goal from Cristiano Ronaldo. Showed signs recently that he's back to his best when it comes to dead balls.
It's more of a team photo than a wall. There are so many players offering protection to Claudio Bravo. One man gets into his zone, focuses his mind, starts his run up, and then draws the wrath of Barcelona supporters.
Similar to Messi's attempt. Puts it over the crossbar. There's plenty of movement on it, but doesn't get the necessary dip to trouble Bravo.
Marcelo. This is possibly the most impossible game to officiate. And he's a very young referee, Hernandez, only 33 years of age. They always look for a neutral. Well, he's not from the Spanish mainland. He hails from the Canary Islands. Sometimes you need a week of sanctuary after a game like this. Iniesta, another player who's giving break from national duty. One of the older players out there, of course. It's an older Barcelona team than Real Madrid team tonight. There's Carvajal, got out by Mascherano. Cool head of Busquets. Now Iniesta. There's a strong challenge from Casemiro. Marcelo. Benzema. He was finding a little more freedom than most here at the Camp Nou. Marcelo back to much. Down by Jordi Alba. Casemiro. Marcelo, the left back, in the right wing position. Modric. Bale. Marcelo. That's why Busquets is there to stem the flow of the opposition. Messi. Now Neymar. The Barcelona supporters edge towards getting on their feet. But it's good defending. Marcelo has just completely freed himself from his defensive shackles. Now Ronaldo. Past one. Puts the ball in. Jordi Alba reads the situation. Now Iniesta.
Does Busquets ever panic? Ball played to him on his own 18-yard line. He's good to get closed down really quickly, but just takes a touch. Moves the ball on, starts another attack for Barcelona.
Messi. Iniesta to Neymar. Well, these are two clubs, of course, who have massive games coming up in the Champions League this week. There's been a slight temptation from both coaches to rest players, but they've gone for the undiluted version this evening.
Be interesting to know what Zidane thinks about Marcelo when he does go on playing the right wing position as a left back. Barcelona one possession back. Ramos was running back towards goal, looking over his shoulder, seeing a whole load of space in the left back position. It's been a patient, disciplined approach from the back four, and Casemiro so far from Real Madrid. Have to do it for the 90 minutes to restrict Barcelona to as fewer chances as possible.
Now Shrano to Busquets. PK. It's like a game of footballing chess at the moment, isn't it? Who will make the killer move? Referee allowing a bit of rough and tumble. Picked up by Alves. Messi to Iniesta. Lay off from Suarez.
So tense, isn't it, for both managers, despite the 10-point difference between the two teams in the league table.
Neymar losing concentration, strolling around in an offside position.
Full play from Neymar, doesn't get himself involved in the play in terms of being onside.
Chris. Marcelo. Or hit and hope and a passive design. It's a game that has been played at a slightly more subdued pace, but it's hard to call them the Harlem Globetrotters of football, these players, but they're certainly Globetrotters. They've gone to all corners of the world to represent their nations this week, Terry.
I think what we're seeing so far in the game is that two teams with different styles. We were wondering if we would see that the future style of Real Madrid in Clásicos under Zidane. He's thought these teams are going to press hard the pitch, try and deny Busquets the chance to receive the ball in good positions and start attacks from the back. But there hasn't been a high press from Real Madrid. Been quite content to drop deep. Collision with the knees there from Casemiro and Messi.
It's a wonderful week of sport, isn't it? The Clásico, one weekend, and starting on Thursday, it's golf season, when we're bringing you the Masters. All begins Thursday night, 7 o'clock UK time on Sky Sports 4 and Sky Sports 1. Golfing's version of the Clásico. Bale. Chris. Marcelo keeping up with him. Tries to thread it through to Gareth Bale. PK's left alone with Benzema and Bale on his shoulders.
The movement from Gareth Bale coming away from the right wing position. Diagonal run. Almost found by a pass from Marcelo.
Let's go for the long throw again. There is a perceived weakness of Barcelona's defence. There is a lack of height in their team. That is one of the areas where Bale had the advantage. It's a great throw as well by Bale.
I imagine Zidane has had too much experience of concentrating on organising his team, or when he played as a coach, in terms of the long throw. It's a tool that Bale is capable of throwing the ball that far. It's worth using.
Well, there are the former and current Barcelona presidents. Terry's been doing his homework. He can identify all of them.
Cheers, Rob.
We don't have to go through them now. We don't have time. But interestingly, they did manage to separate Laporta and Rosell, who don't get on. Josep Luis Núñez is in there as well. On the blind side is Jordi Alba. And who was that defender that he was accused of bowling over?
I agree. I had to look twice. It was excellent track. In from Ronaldo. Jordi Alba. There's a collision there, isn't there? Generous maybe from the referee to award the free kick against Barcelona, but terrific to see Ronaldo tracking back into the right back position.
Well, they've all come out to pay homage to Johan Cruyff. He crossed swords with pretty much every president. He was never short of an opinion, never short of a way to improve the club. Recently his foundation agreed with President Bartholomew, that they would link up again. I'm sure we haven't heard the last of the Cruyff family at Barcelona. Ronaldo cuts it inside to Benzema. I think you could count on the toes of one foot how many touches Karim Benzema has had tonight in the 41 minutes.
Yep, no, he's working hard, but he's looking the greatest of form. Ronaldo and Gareth Bale have provided the threat from wide positions.
Iniesta. Now Neymar. Iniesta takes the eye of the defenders. Wasteful pass, but on the end of it is Alves! Long time since he scored a goal. 75 matches.
And they are normally screamers, aren't they? Some score loads of these over the years. Sevilla, now Barcelona. Good attack. Position, backing up the play, backing up the attacking players for Barcelona. Cannot hit the target. Takes it on first time, goes over the crossbar.
Benzema. Now Bale. Carvajal is the supporting act. Ronaldo's the only player in there. PK has him measured. Forced to Karim Benzema! Well, it was impressed amongst the Barcelona defenders how they gave Karim Benzema the freedom of the penalty area.
Well, it pretty sums up his first half performance. It's been poor in terms of holding the ball up. He's given the ball away really cheaply on 3 or 4 occasions. And he's presented with a really good chance. A player of his quality. And that's a poor miss from Benzema.
Well, 2 minutes to half time. Terry and I have a sack full of statistics. Let's try and get one out of the way. It's 38 games in all competitions since there's a scoreless draw between these two teams. 9 the manager or set of supporters who'll settle for that tonight. They want goals, they want victory. It's Bale. He's squeezed a corner out of Barcelona.
Again, it's bad off threat, isn't it, on the right side?
Come on.
Many misses for both teams. Just recently Alves and for Barcelona, Benzema for Real Madrid. Still going to be a goal before half time.
They brought in the heavies. Casemiro, Ramos, and Pepe are in there. Cruz plays it up there. Casemiro's header. And Ramos through. Himself at it. The referee gives a free kick. One assumes it may be for dangerous play.
He appears to have injured himself, and maybe it was he's injured his ankle or foot, kicking the head of Rakitic. Usual hustle and bustle at the corner there. Gets pulling the jersey of Pepe. I'm sure if we looked around at 3 or 4 other challenges in the box, there'd be other episodes of players holding jerseys.
So they're hot on that, so I think the referee gave the free kick actually for the raised foot of Ramos, something that may not have been given in the English Premier League, but is a given in Spain.
Kick into the ribs of Rakitic and Ramos appeared to be worse off.
Tell you what was interesting, if we see that incident again, is that I think there was a stronger blow to the face there of Pepe than there was from Luis Suarez earlier in the game, which earned Suarez a booking. Just a single minute added to the first half. Lionel Messi has been a big part player in this game. Busquets. Rakitic. It's a game of patience between these two sides.
I think Zidane will be happy with the scoreline. Get to the half-time whistle. Certainly in much better shape than they were in the first encounter this season at the Bernabeu.
Well, they've done a good job in creating a slight hush around the Camp Nou. Not easy to do when you have 98,000 supporters cramming this stadium. Half-time whistle goes. Luis Enrique and Zinedine Zidane